Okay, guys, earlier about so we are back. New week, new month, new video. First quarter of the year gone. We are in the second quarter now. So just like the way the year is moving fast, let's not waste no time. Let's get into today's video. So into today's video, I'm gonna sort of like do a build up from like maybe a story which is like a build up from the previous video. So today's topic, basically I'm gonna decode like a small piece that was written by a professional, and she just talks about her struggles with money as a professional, and then I'm gonna sort of like add a bit of meat on that article. So yeah, without wasting no time, let's start reading this piece. So I'm gonna read this piece in first person. So yes, here it comes. So the piece was written by Deirdre Joster. She's a chartered accountant, a lecturer now. She lectures at a university in South Africa. So the piece goes like this: CASA qualification mistakes. So when I am asked if I have any regrets about the decision I made when I first qualified as a chartered accountant, one that comes to mind is the purchase of my car. I had a picture of the Audi A1 on my wall when I was studying for my postgraduate diploma in accounting and my 2 board exams. So just clarity, it takes about 7 years, minimum 7 years to qualify as a chartered accountant. So that takes 3 years of undergraduate, 1 year of postgraduate, which is what she's mentioning here, and 2 board exams combined with articles or internship of 3 years, then you qualify as a chartered accountant. So that in total gives you 7 years. So now this lady, during her board exams and during her postgraduate, she had the A1 on her wall. Okay, so when I would feel like I had enough for the day, which is now studying, and could not continue anymore, I would look up to the A1 on the wall, and then I'll receive renewed energy to continue for another hour, sometimes 2 hours. The car was very special to my heart during my journey. Upon receiving my first salary increase for a qualified chartered accountant, I immediately made plans to test drive the car, and a few days later I received the car keys in my hands, and there I was sitting in my dream car. So now looking back to these decisions that she had made about buying the car as soon as she qualified as a chartered accountant. So this decision, however, has set me back for 6 years financially, as I got the car repayment deducted from my salary for 72 months. Ouch. Ooh. She's thinking about the investment I could have made if I just waited till I was financially more ready, or if I've just driven my Toyota Tez, we did not have any installments, until I had a good deposit for my new car, or I had just more money to even buy it cash, or to even just reduce the monthly repayments. Okay, so that's the regret that she goes through. But now she's advising in the end, which says, remember, you will always have the CASA behind your name for a lifetime. There is no need to get yourself into debt so early on in your career to try and make all your dreams come true at once. So take your time and make smart investment decisions, because a CA who can manage their own money or can manage their personal finances, they are a good CA. So that's where the piece ends. So this is not an isolated story. There's many stories like this where when we get our jobs, the first thing we do is try to make all our dreams come true. Get the latest phone, get the big body whip, get luxury apartment, or whatever the case might be. Just on this story as well, I have like some people that I also know who had the dream car on the wall in the same profession as well. I think person that comes top of mind is Andile Kumalo, one of the biggest CAs in SA that I look up to. He's businessman now. He had a picture of the M4, he had a yellow M4 on at the back of his on his wall in his time when he was studying for his postgraduate as well as his board exams. So yeah, that is the story. And just the moral of the story is, at the beginning of your career, always just be on the lookout. Don't get into huge financial commitment, because that can really set you back for a lifetime. I think this is more common into professionals who are like chartered accountants, engineers, not engineers, I think chartered accountants, doctors, lawyers, because it's sort of like you only get to get good money after your internship or your articles, which it normally takes between 2 to 3 years, and after that there's like really good money in the beginning. Okay, it looks like good money in the beginning, but there's eventually, as you grow in the profession, the money also increases. So people tend to always want to make their dreams come true at that point. So what you must realize, that your your career is actually just starting. You can't get into huge financial commitments at that point. So yes, one advice that I can give is that once you qualify, try to take a step back and have like an aerial view of your life, and then save up as much as you can save, and try to see if you can buy things on cash, or you can drop a bigger installment for whatever you want to acquire. So one of the lessons I actually learned from a lady called I think it's Lorraine Maritz. She's an architect. She's a partner at Maritz Architecture. She actually said, don't settle too early. So settling too early is broad, but it can be you can like narrow it down to maybe financial, buying things or getting into financial commitments, long financial commitments too early. You shouldn't do that, because for instance, if you're like a qualified chartered accountant, a qualified doctor, you can get an opportunity to go and like practice in another country. So if you're already into a long-term commitment at the beginning of your career, so you're limiting yourself from getting this opportunity, taking up these opportunities, because now you have to fulfill this obligation, this long-term obligation that you have. So please just be on the lookout, beginning of your career, take an aerial view of your life, save up as much as you can save, and maybe yes, try to buy things cash or put up a big deposit. So that's today's video. If you found it informative, please give it a thumbs up. I'm Elia, and this is the Digital Library. You guys should have a great week ahead. Elia, cheers.